Hey y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt. Y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little family lawyers finesse you into a little check. Shouldn't nothing be little this season. Remember, for any serious accident, injury case, Top Dog Law gets you top dollar. So make sure you call today to find out what your car accident, your slip and fall, or your construction accident case could really be worth. And calling Top Dog Law is completely free. Awesome. Free for a consultation. Call Top Dog Law today to see if your case is eligible for compensation with no money down.
In today's headline-grabbing developments, Sean Diddy Combs faces another setback in court as his request for mistrial gets denied, a move that could reshape the trajectory of his legal battle. Meanwhile, his ex, Cassie, seems to be embracing a completely different chapter of life as she welcomes her third child with her husband, Alex Fine. Two lives, once connected, now walking entirely different paths, citing what they claimed were procedural errors and media bias that could sway jurors. But the judge was unconvinced. The court emphasized that no clear legal violations had occurred to justify such a drastic move. This comes after weeks of tense courtroom testimony, raising questions about the true extent of Diddy's alleged involvement in the case. The denied motion means the trial continues, and the pressure is mounting.
So make sure y'all go holler at my dogs, no pun intended, over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to The Breakfast Club. So yesterday, Diddy was denied a mistrial. His team, his defense attorneys, asked for a mistrial because they said that after it was revealed in court yesterday, after they were speaking to an arson investigator, that the fingerprint. So remember we had the conversation about there was fingerprints found in this bottle in the car when the cocktail was thrown and all those things, right? Allegedly. Well, they're trying to talk about the fingerprints that would have been if they were properly held all of this time from the alleged burglary that happened in Kid Cudi's home.
Diddy's legal team had filed a motion for a mistrial citing media bias and public scrutiny interfering with due process. But the judge was crystal clear. The court will proceed, and the trial remains valid. This means the allegations and the possible evidence coming will be publicly examined in full view. No early escape for the bad boy mogul this time. Legal analysts say the defense may now pivot toward damage control, trying to reduce sentencing risk or angle for a settlement. But the public image damage, that's already being done, and social media isn't.
So Kid Cudi says that, or alleges that Diddy went in his home. He, went through some of his Chanel Christmas gifts for family. He alleges that Diddy put his dog away in another room, and then he pulled up. Now, what is happening is, yesterday on the stand, it was revealed that those records, those fingerprints from 2012, the evidence was destroyed. And they don't have it. It wasn't kept in a way where you could even look at it right now to be able to see if the fingerprints from that alleged burglary match anything near the fingerprints that were found in the car. There was an argument in general about the fingerprints in the car because, Diddy's team was saying, hey, look, I'm sorry, the prosecutors, the government was saying, look, we shouldn't even be able to talk about this.
While Diddy deals with courtrooms and headlines, Cassie is in a hospital room holding new life. Married to Alex Fine since 2019, Cassie just gave birth to their third child, a moment filled with joy, peace, and growth. Fans flooded her Instagram with congratulations, praising her glow-up journey from toxic to tranquil. Cassie has just welcomed her third child with husband Alex Fine, the fitness trainer and entrepreneur. The couple shared the news through a heartwarming photo on Instagram, capturing the peaceful moment with their newborn.
This because that bottle could have went through so many hands. We don't have a good expert to break down what this means. The person that we're talking to wasn't even a person who did the actual report on the fingerprints. Basically, it could mislead a jury. Diddy's team is like, no, the DNA evidence that was found is what was found. And it allegedly pointed back to a woman. You can't even match that to anything in the home because there's no fingerprints whatsoever. So Diddy's team is saying, or they were trying to say, hey, look, the government knows that the fact that we don't have these fingerprints, the fact that you can't match it to, when you guys are trying to say that, our client Diddy did all of this, both the burglary in the car because he's upset at Kid Cudi for dating Cassie allegedly, you can't connect it to.
The internet had a field day with this timing. Diddy's legal crisis and Cassie's baby news dropped almost simultaneously, and people couldn't help but connect the dots. Memes, tweets, and side-by-side comparisons lit up social media, with one user writing, "While he's dodging subpoenas, she's catching baby smiles." The public definitely picked a side. After splitting from Diddy in 2018, Cassie found love again quickly. Some criticized how fast she moved on, but years later, it's clear she found real happiness. The two married in 2019 and have since grown their family with love and grace.
And knowing that's not fair to him, because that actually could prove that he doesn't have anything to do with one or the other, and y'all are not trying to have a conversation about that, so it's unfair. So this is a mistrial. The judge denied it.
Of course.
The judge denied it. Was not happening.
They're just trying to throw anything against the wall to see what sticks, to see if they can possibly get a mistrial. They'll try again, I'm sure, but no.
It's reeking of desperation at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you fighting for your life after that Capricorn Court testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely fighting for your life after that. But in other news, in relation, Cassie had her baby yesterday.
Hey, that's what's up. Salute to her.
You've been nailing that note all day.
Yes, I love you.
Yeah, Cassie welcomed her third baby yesterday, less than 2 weeks after testifying in this trial against Diddy. She gave birth in the New York hospital, like we talked about, and the reports are that she is healthy and she is doing well.
That is what matters.
Yes. So glad to hear all of that. Yep. And Alex Font. Yes, her. Her man. This is her third baby with her husband, Alex Font. Yes.
Mentally and emotionally, that has to be a lot. Like that has to be like the extreme. I don't know if it is. Did she have an extreme down taking that thing? I'm sure she had to relive a lot of trauma, right?
Watching her.
Yeah. Then a couple weeks later, now you're having a baby. So I just know she's been on an emotional roller coaster the last few weeks.
Yeah,
she was on a stand contracting, right? Or she was holding her stomach or something.
I don't know.
This moment is bigger than headlines. It's a cultural contrast. Diddy's past is catching up to him legally, while Cassie represents a story of healing and evolution. It forces us to ask, how do we define real growth? Is it escaping judgment, or choosing peace and building something new from the ashes? One courtroom, one crib, two completely different energies. The headlines may be chaotic for Diddy, but for Cassie, they're filled with love, family, and forward momentum. Whether you see it as karma, fate, or just the unpredictability of life, one thing is certain. Hollywood scriptwriters couldn't make this up.
What contractions look like, but if I had to guess, I mean, she was definitely, she's holding her stomach. Yeah. She was, there was a couple times where she even herself asked for breaks, and they, of course, gave her the breaks.
Contractions, in pain.
Yeah.
Pretty close to her.
But it's also just a lot of mental pressure as well, too. And having it, they made her rewatch the video in the Intercontinental Hotel where she was dragged up and down. And it was tough watching her do that because she was so pregnant. So I can't imagine how she felt in it, and then how her husband felt as well too. So, I mean, maybe I don't know. I had been told that her original due date was the first week of June from a source, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But the baby is here. She is healthy. Cassie is the baby's healthy, and Alex Fine is doing well too.
That's the most important.
Yes.
So she had the baby cesarean.
So I've been told, it was announced yesterday, but I've been told that she actually had the baby the day before, later in the evening from the source. And I was so mad.
Okay, it's all right. Well,
so mad what?
Nothing.
She didn't report it for us because she had the information.
Yes, but I was trying to make sure I double, triple confirmed, and and by the time I was doing all that, boom, here go ABC News.
Well, it's better to be right.
Oh yes.
The problem with this area is everybody want to be first.
Yeah.
And they don't be having the right information.
And I also was trying not to be invasive. I texted Arlene and was like, should I even dig on this? Because if it is the pressure of the case, I don't want to be the person that puts it out there and she don't want it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yes.
You made the right move.
Shout out to ABC News. They're the first people I saw with it up. But let me tell y'all, I was on y'all. Okay?
And while we had a happy birthday to a couple real niggas, man. Carmelo Anthony.
Okay. Mello!
Her Cox, we out here.
Okay.
Yeah, drop a please one for both, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Every born day.
Absolutely.
Much life.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Time for Donkey today.
Charlamagne, we giving that donkey to.
Man, for after the hour, we need to talk fat shaming. We need to talk body shaming. Hush. Shh. There's a woman named Christy Lee Crampton. She needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with her. Okay?
All right.
There are politically correct terms for obesity, and this is a teachable moment.
I don't think you should be the teacher with this one, but all right. Then after that, just fix my mess. 800-585-1051. You having relationship issues and problems? Call Jess right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on.
You're checking out the Breakfast